Hello, and welcome to Page to Stage Actual Plays. We are playing Chariot of the Gods, Episode 3 tonight, continuing our scenario through Alien RPG. We are missing Thomas, who's playing Cham, and we are missing Trevor, who's playing Davis. So already the crew is starting to dwindle here before any aliens actually appear. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and get started. So the ball's in your guys' court. The klaxons are blaring, and the Montero is set to self-destruct in 10 minutes.
All right. Here's just a practical question. Is it possible to undo self-destructs or no?
Yes, it is. Yeah, you have to go to the reactor core and basically shut down the process. I mean, you would know that as the captain. That would be like your first instinct is like, well, let's go turn it off.
Captain, what are your orders? I just speak into my comm.
We need to see if we can try to stop that self-destruct. I think, Rye, you and I are going to head over to the Montero.
I'm not an engineer. You know that, right?
Right now, you're the closest that I got, so you're going with me.
All right. Sure. Sorry. What about taking Davis with you?
Yes.
He knows the systems better than I do.
The one-man band who's high on painkillers. That's going to be real useful.
Yeah, but if that ship goes up, then it's going to take this ship with it. So we need to work on. I'm going to need to work on this side, like trying to get that umbilical sealed up. Because right now, if you go or you undo the umbilical, we're going to lose that. We're going to lose all the pressure in this ship too.
I think also we need to get this shit online and away from the Montero as fast as possible in case that plan fails.
Yeah, have we heard from Cham yet? Is he still climbing up in the
Still no service because he's in the vents.
Service. Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are staying are there with Johns, and Johns is like, I can send Reed over there with you. She has some heavy machinery training.
Do you know where she is?
Not at this moment, but she might be in her living quarters.
Go find her and then we'll see.
Okay, I'll be right.
10 minutes, right, Captain?
You have a minute to find her.
All right, so he walks off toward the living quarters.
She's like, good grief.
I really believe we need to get away from the Montero.
We do.
I think so, too.
We need to fix the hole in the side, and we need to turn the power on in this ship. Those are two things that need to be done.
I don't have any guidance in the computers. You know, we already talked about that, but I'm pretty sure that we could get down to the engine, to the reactor core room, and get it fired up and moving, as long as there's no issues, right? Like, it will just be moving in a direction. We'll have to work on navigation and stuff later.
Okay, what's it going to take to seal the hole in the side?
I think we can possibly just seal off that part of the ship, no? Perhaps John shouldn't be leaving right now.
Yeah, that would be it's up on deck D, right? Where we came in, so we'd have to close off deck D.
But it's possible.
Oh, not deck D. I'm sorry, deck A. Yeah, I guess it's possible. I don't know as much about the ship.
If we close off that deck, do we lose access to the air scrubbers?
That's a great question, Captain. And you probably should ask someone that's actually crewed on this ship to tell them that. I'm just looking at a map.
I think we need to get Johns and Reed here. Forget the Montero. We have 10 minutes. Less now.
Let's
get away from it.
9.5.
Less now. All right. We need to de-link.
So I'll take. Who do you want me to take with me down to the reactor room?
Take. Once Johns comes back, take Johns.
All right.
And you guys hear an announcement from Mother, and it's like 9 minutes to catastrophic failure. 9 minutes.
And that's our mother, correct?
Yes, yeah.
It's not the mother on this ship.
Correct.
The only thing.
So stressful.
The only thing
Clayton?
you should note, Captain, if we lose access to Deck A, we also lose access to Mother on this ship.
Okay.
Davis pipes up and he's like, Captain, I hate to remind you of this, but we have that tritium on board. We need to get that ship as far away from here as possible in the cargo hold.
I'm sorry, you have what on board?
The tritium, Captain. Our cargo that turns into helium-3. It's going to be a huge...
Okay, we need to go.
It's going to be a huge blast.
Okay. We're going to focus on uncoupling first off. And then you go get the ship moving, right?
On my way.
Captain, maybe I should go with Rye and pilot the ship. The Cronus isn't functioning right now.
Who's speaking?
This is Davis.
Okay, yes, Davis, go with Rye.
All right.
Just try not to lose another arm.
Where's John's?
He never came back.
Oh, lovely.
Well,
All right,
I'll go look for John's. And Clayton? Where's Clayton?
Clayton was still with us. She didn't leave.
I think she had left.
She did leave. And then as you guys are talking, Johns comes around the corner with Reed. And he's like, okay, where do we need to send her?
We need to get this ship up.
And running. And get us uncoupled from the other ship before it explodes. Otherwise, we're all gonna die.
I don't know what kind of repairs this ship needs. It hasn't been running for however long we've been out. 75 years.
All right, I'm gonna go see if we can turn off the self-destruct. Because if we can, then we're all just gonna go onto the other ship and abandon this hunk of junk.
I don't know if we have time for that. We can't. That's going to take more than 10 minutes to get there and back. What if you fail, Captain?
8 minutes until catastrophic failure. 8 minutes.
Well, we can't just sit around here pussyfooting around. Let's just go on hook then. Reed, you're coming with me. We're going to go deal with the umbilical. No, you're not, because you're not wearing a spacesuit and you'll die.
Well, we've got spacesuits on the board. I could use one.
Yes, go get one, and then you're coming with me.
All right, so she runs off to get suited up. And Rye and Davis, have you guys already left?
Yeah, we're heading.
Oh yeah, they ran off.
We're heading down to Deck C, to the reactor relay control at the back of the ship.
Of the Cronus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to the Montero to try and shut down the procedure.
No, that's where Captain's going.
Oh, okay. So
Captain's going there. We're going to try to get this ship up and moving.
No, I think the captain's order was we're going to unumbilical and we're going to get the ship moving. But we don't have time to go shut the self-destruct off. What if we fail? We're all dead.
Yeah, we're on the Cronus, right? This is the.
Yeah. So
yeah.
You're going to get the Cronus up and moving.
I'm getting the Cronus up and moving. That's what I thought, right? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Cronus is in disrepair. Like it's not just gonna. I don't know who's talking here. Maybe it's Davis, but it's not just gonna be like you dust it off and it's ready to go. Like the Cronus is immobile right now. It's just kind of like it's a derelict ship just kind of floating through space. You're gonna if you're gonna try and separate the ships, it's gonna have to be the Montero that you separate.
Oh, like get the Montero moving
away from the Cronus, because the Cronus is just a sitting duck right now. It doesn't have the power.
So we're confirmed that the Cronus is totally dead. There's no way it's going to start.
Not necessarily, but again, it's been a derelict ship. So you guys haven't looked at any, you haven't looked at the reactor core. You haven't looked to see, why the piloting stations aren't working.
Okay.
So I still vote. Then what I voted in the first place, I say that we get to the Montero, try to keep it from blowing up, and then just get on that boat.
Okay.
All right.
Why did I say boat?
Okay. All right, Captain.
You're a captain?
I just thought I put too much.
Boat.
Maybe I put too much faith in Davis and Rye about getting this junk up and running. But let's get to the Montero.
Reed's coming with me. She's getting a spaceship. Wilson, man the fort. Try to find any supplies that we may need and get everybody closer to the Montero so that we can evacuate if necessary.
Okay, I will stay behind. I'll grab the supplies, any supplies that we could use here, and I'll report to the Montero.
Yes.
Right. So we're running to the Montero.
The clock is stressful.
I am right behind them with Reed, hopefully right behind me.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say you guys are all on your way to the Montero. So you guys exit through the airlock, through the umbilical, into the Montero.
Not Wilson. Wilson's on the Cronus
collecting
as fast as he can, trying to grab some stuff that we might need.
Okay.
And anybody who stayed behind.
What kind of stuff are you grabbing, Wilson?
Well, first off, he's going back to the med bay and grabbing any type of medical supplies. I'm looking for a duffel bag, maybe 2 duffel bags, whatever I can fit into it.
Okay.
And so, I'm going to grab any medical supplies that are in there that we can use. Also, I'm grabbing. Well, I don't know if you want me to do this off screen away from the others, but
You'd probably also be grabbing John's and Clayton because they didn't come with us.
well, I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna go to medbay, and then I'm gonna swing by those quarters and just trying to yell at anybody to leave the ship.
Okay.
So in the but in the medbay, I am trying to grab the small alien specimens in the glass.
Okay, we'll say that Flynn goes with you because he's the ship medic. So he's kind of by you, and then as you kind of go toward the urns, he's like, no. He's like, you want to leave those there? Don't take those with us.
I switch off my comm.
Okay.
No, they're coming with us.
You don't understand. That's the source of the disease, of the illness. That's why everybody on the ship is dead.
Yeah, but we have to take them. So I mean, the company's going to want to know what happened here. It's just a sample, man. It's just a sample. But it'll be fine. I start taking them from the. I start taking them and putting them in the duffel bag.
Okay.
Nasty hobbitses.
He continues on, and he's like, even as like you're starting to gather stuff up, he's like, we can't do this. This is a terrible idea. He doesn't let up.
Listen. I need you to not make I need you to not make this a thing for the other crew members.
I don't think you understand, Wilson. I don't think you understand the havoc that those urns caused on ship, on board.
Well, in the Montero, I will keep them in a very safe place where they cannot cause any havoc. But I need to know that you're going to be, back in my world, colloquial, cool. Are you going to be cool?
Give me a, what's the skill check? Give me a manipulation check. That should be right up your alley, Wilson.
Yay. All right, manipulation. Here we go. I just clicked the button, right?
Yep.
All right. Modifiers?
No modifiers.
Okay.
No modifiers.
I rolled it.
Yep.
Too late now.
I got a success. I also got one of the aliens on my stress dice.
Oh boy. Okay, so give me
panic.
Yep, give me a panic roll. Roll a d6.
Right. Just a d6?
Yep. Plus your stress level, and let me know what the result is.
Second. My stress level is a 3, so plus 3.
Yep, so you roll a d6, add 3 to it.
All right, here you go. It's a 6.
You're able to keep it together. So his incessant kind of like, we can't be doing this is obviously causing you to panic and like freak out. But you talk him down, and he's obviously going along with your plan, but he still doesn't feel good about it. You didn't quite get him to commit that he wasn't going to say anything, but he's kind of going along with your plan at this point.
Okay. All right, so he's not going to oppose me, right?
Right. So he's sort of like reluctantly helping you at this point.
Okay. Then yeah. I mean, he doesn't see this, but I take my finger off the bolt gun I'm holding.
Oh, okay. All right, let's cut over to Rye.
You guys don't know that.
They know nothing about that.
Whatever, Ian Holmes.
Let's go to Rye and Davis, who are on their way to. Where are you guys going on the Montero?
Montero.
I'm gonna see if I can't figure out a way to fix the door. So when we get to the door and the umbilical, okay. I'm gonna let them go and see if there's a way that I can fix the door. Like, examine it. Because it was just dented? What was the deal with it?
So it was crumpled when you guys came up to it, but I think it was Cham who basically like cut the door. So there's no repairing the outer airlock at this point. The outer
airlock. But what about the inner airlock door?
The inner airlock door. So give me a heavy machinery. Or some kind of technical roll, I guess. It doesn't necessarily have to be heavy machinery, but if you find something better.
I mean, I have comm tech is the only and heavy machinery. That's
it's gonna be heavy machinery.
What's the modifier?
No modifier.
What is that? A 6? That's a success, right?
Yep. So, just looking at it, you can tell that if the I'm not sure exactly what it looks like, but there's a mechanism basically that will like lock out it'll like seal off that inner airlock door. So it's almost like an emergency thing. Like if that outer airlock blows, then that inner airlock can act as the new, it'd just be sealed forever basically. You'd have to find some other way off the ship.
Gotcha.
But it wouldn't decompress the entire ship.
It wouldn't decompress the entire ship. Hey, Captain.
Yes.
I think we're good here. I can cut this umbilical cord anytime you want.
All right. As soon as they're over and we have this thing unblowing up, cut the umbilical.
Well, how are you gonna get back over?
What are you talking about? We're trying to get away on the Montero, aren't we?
Yeah, we're all going to the Montero.
We're all going to the Montero? I thought it was gonna blow up.
Yeah,
I'm turning off the blowing up.
Yeah,
all right.
Have to turn it off.
Try that.
We can't get the Chronos up and running. It's derelict. It's not going to be running. So,
all right. Well,
I'm gonna. Wilson's gonna run. Once he does that, he's taking Flynn through the quarters to see if he can find anybody that's left behind.
Okay.
I'm headed down with Davis to turn off the
reactor.
Yeah, turn off the kaboom.
To the reactor aboard the Montero, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Jonathan.
I don't want to explode today.
Jonathan, we'll come back to you in 1 second. So Stephanie, let's go with you. So you're with Davis?
Well, I assume Davis and Rye were with me.
Okay. You go to the reactor. Go ahead and give me a Comtech roll. Actually, you know what? You probably wouldn't go to the reactor. You would probably go to Mother. I would say would be
the bridge, right?
Yeah, that would be more of your impulse to find out what's going on. You're trying to diagnose the problem, right?
Yeah. Okay, yes, I will go to Mother.
Okay.
The thingy.
So Mother tells you that there's been a displacement drive malfunction, that a cascade failure is imminent, and that the fission reactor overload is now 7.5 minutes, we'll say.
Is that fixable?
And basically, she tells you that this, it's unclear how this was triggered, but she basically communicates to you that there is no way to terminate this program, that it's been set in motion due to Special Order 966.
What is Special Order 966?
And it says, basically, for Wayland Yutani eyes only.
Turns on the comms. Wilson?
Yes, Captain.
What the fuck is Order 966?
I don't know, Captain.
Well, it says for Yutani eyes only, so figure it out. Because we can't fix the ship because of this order. So do you know what it is, or are you lying to me?
Captain, how much time do we have left? I don't know what Order 966 is.
Cascade failure imminent in T-minus 6 minutes.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Everybody roll me, for those of you who are still in your suits, roll me an air supply check. Actually, everybody roll me an air supply check just in case. Because you guys are all using them while you're running over to the other ship and all that. Oh, you guys rolled down to
I'm
1.
good.
Oh my God. Well,
I'm still breathing.
And I did a panic. So, I did the face hugger.
Yep, so you lose 1 air.
I survived. I'm not dead yet. Okay. According to the computer, we can't fix this, so we need to deconnect. We're gonna
so can you ask Mother to move the ship once we disconnect?
Good idea. Mother, can you set the ship on autopilot and move it away from us once we deconnect?
You would know that you would need someone to pilot the ship away.
Oh, we need somebody to pilot. Okay.
Once the ship is in motion and kind of set on a course, you could then you need someone to pilot it away. Theoretically, after they pilot it away, they could set it on course and then go. But at that point, you're decoupled from the Cronus.
Captain, can you switch?
And then we still explode.
Captain can you switch to private columns?
Switches.
Captain, I hate to say this, but Davis is our pilot, and let's just face it, we don't have the supplies. He's probably going to die in the next day. Maybe he should just fly. I can't even say the words. Maybe he should just
You're
fly the
asking
Montero
me to
away.
Kill my captain.
But no, I'm asking if perhaps maybe he would.
You're asking me to ask my captain to sacrifice themselves.
Pilot. You're the captain.
Or my pilot, sorry.
sacrifice themselves to save all of us. I mean, I hate to say it, Captain.
You offering to sacrifice yourself.
Well, I have 2 arms. I'm not bleeding out, Captain. He's going to die anyways.
You don't know that.
Cascade
I know
failure
that
imminent in T-minus 5.
We are all going to die in 5 minutes, Captain.
Okay, goes back to the public comms. Is anybody willing to do a suicide mission?
I'll say Davis chimes in. He's like, Captain, I can do it. I'm the only one that can fly the damn thing.
This has to be your choice. I am not going to make you.
Well, I just don't know how well I'm going to be able to do that without an arm, but challenge. I can do it.
I feel so bad.
And drugged up. Alive. Yeah, we're trusting a drugged up, one-armed pilot to save the rest of us.
Yeah, I know. We're so fucked.
This sounds like a really bad idea, Captain.
Yeah.
But it has to happen now. So
yeah,
because we can't leave in 10 minutes. He's got to get on his way now, and we got to disconnect this thing. And
Davis, can you do it or can't you? And I need an honest answer.
I can do it, Captain.
Fuck,
I'm channeling my inner
fault.
Trevor right here.
This is all Wilson's fault, and I'm going to kick his ass for this later.
Hey, Captain, by the way, you have a nagging thought as you're thinking about abandoning the Montero. That cargo that you have in your hold is worth a shitload of money.
We're going to be so broke after this. This is so much money that's just going away. All because of something that I am pretty sure Wilson is hiding from us because he won't tell me what the fuck this stupid Wayland Bushati thing is. Deep breath. Davis to the piloting area, everybody else to the umbilical, because in the end, I can't make money if I'm dead. None of us can make money if we're dead.
Cascade imminent, failure imminent in T-minus 4 minutes.
I'm going to give Davis a push down the umbilical.
And I am headed back towards the umbilical with the other 2 in tow.
Well, no, Davis is Trevor. He's flying. He's staying with the Montero.
Yeah, but I was on the Montero conversing with Mother.
We were in the umbilical trying to see if we could fix it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So Davis is now on his way to be valiant, and we're gonna have to send Trevor a text message later.
All right, so let me
miss a session, you lose your character.
we can make Trevor read.
That sounds terrible.
Let me open up
so I will tell those that are with me then actually we're staying put. So yes, because I know they were prepping to go over to the Montero. They're probably grabbing their things, and I'm gonna tell them they're staying put.
I meant Davis. Do you guys have access to Davis's sheet?
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh yes, I do.
Okay, yeah. So if someone could just open that up and
I've got it.
Roll for me.
What do you want me to roll?
So you're going to roll a piloting check. It's going to be a -2 piloting check, but I'm going to give him another -2 because he's missing an arm. So so it's screwed. It's a -4 piloting check for Davis. So make sure that you minus the roll before you do it. I'm not sure how you add the modifier, but that's why I was going to have you guys roll.
A modifier window pops up and says, "What do you want the modifier to be?"
Okay, so it's -4. You said
-4. Yeah, the missing arm, and then it's just a difficult task in the first place.
Okay, I'm not going to look. Somebody else tell me what's going on.
Success.
Hey!
Really? 3 successes and 1 stress. But his stress is a panic. Is the facehugger. So
can you roll me a D6 and add his stress level?
Okay, thank you.
I can do that right now. I have it already set from the last roll. Here, perfect. You want me to roll?
Yep.
All right. Here's his. He got a 4.
Okay, so he's good. All right. So you guys all load into back into the Cronus. As the Montero starts to pull away, you can hear the umbilical. What did you guys do with the umbilical?
We disconnected it, didn't we?
I waited for everyone to get inside, and then we're gonna disconnect it, right?
Okay.
I mean, we're just
gonna as he pulls away, you hear kind of metal like sort of lurch, like, and then you hear over your comm Davis come in, and he says, "Captain, I can't get the umbilical loose." He's like, "Should I just tear it away?"
Right.
We're not using it again. I got this inner door that I'm going to close. So
close the door.
All right.
Okay.
So I close the emergency hatch thing.
Go ahead, Davis. Do what you got to do.
All right, so then you suddenly feel like a huge lurch on the ship, and everything just kind of like goes sideways as he yanks the umbilical off of the Cronus, and then you hear a bunch of like whooshing as the airlock decompresses, and then you guys kind of see him cruising away in the Montero.
We're about to see my friend and a fortune go kaboom.
Can we see out? Is there a viewport out the lock?
Not at the lock, but there is from the bridge.
Only from the bridge. There's nothing right where we are at.
Yeah, nothing there. No.
I would go to the bridge because my pilot deserves to be seen off.
Captain?
Yes.
Can I? We have to get this ship moving.
We do.
I'd like to go to Mother and see if she can diagnose some of what's wrong with the ship. So can I have that key card back while you go to the bridge?
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, computer's dying. Yes, you can have the key card, but I want it back.
Of course, Captain.
Then you guys hear Mother drone from the other ship. Cascade failure imminent in T-minus 1 minute. And it's cruising off.
I kind of want to punch Wilson in the face.
I believe there's a close combat roll for that.
We'd all be dead if Davis didn't do that. So
that doesn't mean I have to like it.
No. By the way,
today, kid. Doesn't mean you have to like it.
So while that's happening, while they're going across the umbilical, getting away from the Montero, now that Wilson knows that we're staying put, he is going to. He'll tell Flynn. Did Flynn ever leave the ship?
No, he was saved with you.
Yeah.
And he says, he just says to Flynn, he's like, you know what? Actually, I think the med bay was more secure for this. I'm going to go put him back. Yes. And so he goes and puts him back.
Oh, good. And then as you're walking back, where are you guys? You guys on the bridge?
I'm on the bridge. Probably Reed is with me.
We were everybody else besides our 3 party members, that doesn't include me, we're together. I'm just with all the other NPCs basically in the crew quarters.
Okay.
As I stop them from packing up. Now where they want to go, I don't know.
Okay. So I guess Wilson, then as you're sitting there talking, Clayton comes out of the corporate suite, and then she kind of looks at all of you and she's like, what's going on?
Well, we've had a situation on the Montero. Somehow it got set to self-destruct, and we are, thankfully, one of our crew members is flying that ship away from us.
Oh, well, thank God for their heroism, she says flatly.
Yeah, so
give him a hand.
Can I have a word with you?
That's not funny, right?
Yes, come into my suite, and she leads you down the hallway and into her suite. When you walk into the corporate suite, this looks like it was like a plush, like hotel suite at one point.
Wow!
But her sofa has been all torn up, and there's like the cushions are all what's the word I'm looking for? The stuffing in the cushions is all like scattered around the room. It's just been.
It's like you left a husky bored and alone in a house for a week.
Yes, and it looks horrible.
Like a teen bop band person went on a drug-fueled rampage in a hotel room.
Justin Bieber was there.
Yes, Wilson.
So I don't, as a player, how do I do this if I'm having a conversation with an NPC because this is the first time we played a game where people have different agendas and such? Do I just say it out?
Say what?
Do I just talk to her in front of the other players?
Do you guys want to take off your headsets really quickly?
Yeah, I have to use the restroom anyways.
Make a hand movement when we can come back.
Yeah. Okay, I will.
Okay.
Yes, Wilson.
Did you fulfill order 966?
What is order 966?
Oh, don't be coy with me, Clayton. We work for the same company.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you the truth.
Did you self-destruct Montero?
Of course not. I've been in my suite this whole time.
Interesting. Well, what are your orders aboard this ship?
Well, we were sent to an archaeological dig site to recover some valuable materials. It was we had a rough time down on planet side, and we had to leave quickly, and some of the crew members were infected. Cooper came up with an inoculation against the biological parasite, and we went to Cryo to kind of wait it out, I guess.
Did you contact the company about the alien species?
I've given them my report, yes.
Did you ever hear any word back?
I haven't heard anything, no.
You received no orders?
Well, my orders to go to the archaeological dig site and to bring back any valuable specimens, yes.
Okay. Well, you've been in cryo sleep for some time, and those orders still stand. So I would appreciate your help.
I would appreciate yours as well. I think we're on the same page.
Can I tell if there's any deception going
on? Give me an observation check.
Okay. Obviously, as I'm having this conversation with her, I'm looking at her very intently, as I'm sure she is to me, as to corporate people would be having this conversation. That's observation, you said?
Yep.
All right. 3 successes.
She seems to be on the level, telling you what she knows.
Okay.
Now, Wilson, what's the situation on your ship? That captain seems like she could be an issue for us.
Well, I'm a little concerned that she's becoming a little unhinged and that she may jeopardize the agenda.
Well, does the crew listen to you, or do they listen to her?
They do listen to her to an extent, but I do find in moments of stress, as I come in with a voice of calm reasoning, they do tend to listen. But you see, being from the company, you know how it is. They don't trust us naturally.
Well, I don't care if my crew trusts me or not. I keep them in line with command, and I would expect you to do the same.
Well, we
can't have members from your crew acting out and disrupting our plan here.
Well, right now we need everyone we can to get this ship up and running and headed to Anchorhead.
Agreed.
So until that time happens, we'll have to keep a close eye on them. But I am not opposed to, if you have a better substitute for Captain Ellis, someone else to step in line and take her position if she does get out of line.
Yes. But well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. John's is a nincompoop. He has no leadership ability.
I've gathered that.
Yes. So
how about Reed?
Well, Reed, she honors the chain of command, so she'll listen to John's. But if John's weren't in the picture, maybe that might be different.
What's your suggestion?
Well, nothing for now. Let's try to repair the ship and move on to Anchorhead. I agree with you.
I'm glad we're on the same page, Clayton.
As am I.
All right.
Okay.
Then I'll go back. I'll go first.
Yeah, she'll walk out with you. Okay.
I assume that means we can come back.
Yes, they had their conversation.
Company talk. It was boring.
You know what? I actually probably should have done this as you guys were talking, but suddenly, right as you exit the doors, you hear. Well, I don't even know if you would hear. Would you hear explosions in space?
There is no sound in space.
No. So
but you would feel the ship shake as
the ship would
correct.
Move. The ship would move on the shockwave, but there would be no sound.
So that's exactly what happens: is the shockwave hits the Cronus, and then you just kind of feel like it's just kind of tumbling around. But there's no structural damage to the ship. It looks like Davis was able to get it far enough away.
I would come back from the bridge, and I would very obviously probably have cried.
Yeah, and Miller, you saw the whole explosion go down, so you just saw like this kind of like purple light just emit from it. Poof, then. Yeah, go across the sky and saw the shockwave.
So I would come back to the main area. It's like I have obviously been crying.
So are we all together?
Yeah, let's just say you guys are all together at this point.
Okay.
I'm headed. I went to Mother.
Okay.
Yeah, Rye's the only one not there.
On the Cronus?
So
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll say to Captain Miller, I know this is a sorrowful moment for you, but would it be okay if we had a moment of silence for Davis?
It's actually
And if anybody would like to speak a few words on his behalf.
Don't expect Miller to. She's too upset. Like, still crying.
Rye's connected on comms if he wants to see.
Silence, radio silence from Rye.
Yeah.
And the other person who could speak is still up in an area he has no idea what's happened because he's in an air vent. Tom's gonna be so confused when he comes back.
Assuming he's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, assuming he hasn't had his face ripped off. That's a very sorrowful thought.
All right, let's cut. Oh, go ahead.
Well, if no one else has any thoughts, I would just like to say in the short time I knew Davis, she was a fine pilot, and what she did here today should be remembered. May God rest her soul.
Yeah, well, now we've got to get this hunk of junk actually moving through space, or we're all going to starve to death and run out of air potentially.
Go ahead and give me an air check. Good call.
Why did you remind him?
What did you expect me to do?
I'm good.
I failed, but I didn't get a facehugger.
I'm also
no,
good.
You didn't fail.
No, you just only if you roll a
Okay.
facehugger do you lose it, so you actually succeeded.
Yeah,
but-
no, we're all good for right now. Probably because it's like we're too sorrowful for oxygen consumption.
All right, Ryan, let's go to you up in Mother. So, do you have the access card? Did you get it from Miller?
I do.
I
She
did
gave
give it to
me.
him
Okay.
on orders that he better give it back.
So I'm going to pull up kind of the ship's log and see if I can figure out what they've been doing and where the ship kind of went down south and read through the logs.
Okay. This has already been covered on the broadcast once before. I'm not sure if you heard it or not, but basically, they went to the 26 Draconis system to for an archaeological dig. They found artifacts on the planet. Something happened on the planet where there was an outbreak and people were killed, and they ended up taking off and leaving the planet with some infected on the ship. And then you know the rest, that like Cooper developed an inoculation to fight the disease. And
But when did the ship die? That's
Yeah,
what
I think
I'm
he was looking for more like ship damage information than the other stuff.
when did the ship die?
Oh.
And what was wrong with it? I'm sorry, I knew all that stuff.
okay.
I'm more looking through like the logs
Technical
that the captain
logs.
was making and the interactions with Mother. I'm sure that they had along the way.
So I will tell you, Mother tells you that there are 3 things that need to be fixed in order to get the Cronus up and running. First, the comm array is out of whack. So that's going to require, you know this, right? It requires a spacewalk to go out and fix the sensors out on the outside of the hull of the ship. She says the engines need to come back online, which also require external repairs. And possibly the cleaning of the reactor control room. And then the air scrubbers need to be brought back online. The filters need to be changed, as you guys already know.
I put no stock.
She just says that general maintenance needs to be taken on the reactor room, the control room.
Can I access any of the research of the people can I access the terminals and the research of the doctors who were looking at the things from Mother?
Yeah, I'll say so with the access card, sure.
Okay. Is there anything notable that I find in there as far as what this is or what the inoculation is?
You see some logs from Cooper and Flynn, who both apparently worked on the inoculation, and they had some tests. It sounds, well, you're not a scientist, so I'm not sure that you'd gather any of the nuance of it, but it does sound like they went through some trial and error and then finally got the inoculation to work. But it does it doesn't seem, I guess from your layman's perspective, it doesn't seem like totally like kosher. It sounds like they're rushed. It sounds like they're under stress and that they kind of hope they got it right.
But there was that guy in the med bay who didn't get it right, obviously. Okay.
By the way, everybody take a story point. You guys all played according to your agendas in Act 1, so you guys all get a story point. Basically, they can be used for anything, so you can use them to, like, automatically succeed, to make someone else miss. There's like specific rules in the rulebook for what you can do with them, but I'll just kind of say like that's the most powerful thing in the game. So you guys can use your story points how you want to kind of make the story go in your way.
Oh, I'm still gonna hoard those so I live.
So you spend them to make something happen that, like, what, make a roll automatically?
Yeah, so if you get hit, you can spend your story point to negate the hit, or if you really want to hit, you can spend your story point to make the hit. You know.
And then just describe how we did that, or what happened in the story to make that happen. Okay.
It's like, I mean, I guess it's sort of like it's kind of like
get out of jail free card
in D&D, right? Like where it's like you get. That's a reroll, I think, but that's kind of the idea, is that you play your character faithfully, and so you can have some control of the story, basically.
Okay.
What kind of control do I have from Mother? Like, can I open and shut doors or lock certain doors or things like that?
I would think so. In a fully functional ship, yes, probably. With the condition that the Cronus is in now, I'm not so sure that you would.
Okay.
So
it's still basically running on emergency power.
So, Rye, do you relay these 3 objectives to us, or you?
Yeah. Hey, Captain.
Yes, Rye.
So I talked to Mother. I've been looking at some of these logs and stuff. It looks like we're gonna need someone to do some EVA work. Maybe we can get some of the crew to go out and work on that, but we gotta fix our comm array. We gotta go clean out the reactor room to get that started again, which might take an EVA walk too. And then we've already got Cham up fixing the filters right now. So that looks like those are the 3 main things that are showing up on this screen here. Tell us what we need, but looks like they were doing some research, and I don't know. Looks like they were having some success with those inoculations. So you might want to think about that. I was kind of trying to get access to that, so I want to see if that's.
I will read the logs myself before we make that decision, but right now just report back to the mess area. And we will start divvying out work.
Sure thing, Captain. Can I delete the logs?
Oh, you bastard!
Because I'm the Comtech specialist.
Yeah, give me a Comtech roll, and give me a Comtech roll -2. We're gonna say it's a little bit difficult. Like there's some
mutiny. Damn it!
You don't.
I'm gonna end up punching all the men on this ship.
You don't know that. You don't know what my motivations are.
Oh.
So you got a success, but you also got 2 panics. So roll.
He's all sweating while he's doing this.
Roll a d6 plus your stress level.
I've never done anything like this before.
Sorry.
I'm betraying my captain.
/RD6. An 8.
Okay. Okay. So as you start to kind of hack into this thing and start deleting files, you start getting trembly. It says all skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops. Agility.
Okay, when does that happen?
After a turn. So 5 to 10 minutes. A turn is about 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, but you're by yourself. It's not really going to affect anything. But
no.
Yep.
Okay.
Captain, can I have a word with you?
Yes, Wilson. What is it?
I just have a point of concern. We have 2 crews here. We have the Montero and the Cronus, but we do need one voice that is giving commands to make things run smoothly. I'm a little worried that the other crew is going to look to Johns to be their captain, but he is a pseudo captain. He wasn't really the captain. Can you perhaps maybe have a conversation with him and discuss with him that we should be deferring all commands to you, Captain Miller? You obviously have the leadership here and the right head, and I would like the rest of the crew to be able to follow your lead. It's just a suggestion. But
No, you're right. On this count, you are correct. It does not do if there are too many boxes in that house, as it were.
yeah, my grandmother just used to say sticks in the fire. But I never understood the expression because there's lots of sticks in the fire, but I understood her meaning.
Yeah, that's generally the point. Johns,
Yeah.
may we have a private word, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
He
After
follows
you.
Yeah, he follows you wherever you take him.
Just goes into like the first random room. She's like, whoever's room this is, I'm sorry I'm invading your space.
You guys
I
are
will
all like in the
return
living
it.
quarters, basically? Yeah.
The mess area, living quarters, yeah.
All right.
Johns, if we wish to make it out of this in one piece, we need to provide a united front.
I agree.
I do not want to step on anybody's toes. I do not want to be rude. However, I think that it is best if we agree to work in cooperation with one another.
Okay.
If we get out of this alive, we can all just go home.
I want to save as many people as I can on this ship. We've already lost so many.
And my pilot, who is my best friend, is gone now, so I agree with that entirely.
Okay, well, we need to get this ship up and running, and Miller, we don't know that this ship is safe yet.
I'm
you guys
aware. I saw the face-eating monster.
You guys should really consider the vaccine.
I will not consider the vaccine until I have read the science for myself.
It may be too late by that. What does your air look like on that suit?
I will figure it out one way or another. I'm sure there's an air charging station on this ship. The main concern that we have are there are three things that are keeping this ship from running. Does anyone on your current surviving crew have technical capabilities?
Well, Reed can do heavy machinery manipulation.
Because we have two things that need to be fixed on the outside. We need to fix the radiator room. That's not right. Reactor room on the inside. I don't know why I said radiator. And then we also need to get the air filter scrubbers working. I already have someone in the ducts working on the air scrubbers. They've been working on it this entire time.
Okay, that's good.
As soon as they get that up and running, we won't have to worry about the suit. But the bigger concern is that if we don't get the ship up and running, we are all going to sit here and starve to death.
Well, we do have some food stores in on deck C or deck D. I can't remember which. But
My men already went down and everything was destroyed that they saw. Unless you've got hidden food somewhere.
No, it's in a giant container, a big storage container. There should be.
Well, that's good to know, but that will only last us so long because we are in deep space.
Well, we've got to get the power started first. That's the biggest thing.
Is this some comms?
No, we're having a private conversation.
Okay.
She's like,
well, Captain Miller, I'm with you. I'll be behind you. Whatever you let your crew know, and I'll let my crew know that we need to work together as a team here.
Then how about this? I will take command with you as my second. You and I will make all of the decisions jointly.
Okay. Yes.
Shall we shake on this?
Sure.
Shake. Now let's go back out and start assigning people to fix things because we need to get the hell out of here. Back to the mess hall we go.
Yep, so they walk out into the mess hall, I guess is where you guys are all hanging out.
Yeah.
The guy with the shotgun blast to his face just laying there. You guys are just chatting.
He's just like, now that we walk in here, Johns, is there somewhere where we can deal with that? This can't be sanitary.
We should probably just let's go to the bridge.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone to the bridge. Rye, meet us there, please.
Captain?
There's just like a dead guy laying at the dining room table. And Wilson never thought at first that it was worth mentioning.
That's right.
All right.
I got sidetracked by the origami.
Oh yes, paper animals, so interesting compared to
it was a big deal of a symbol in Blade Runner, and I was like, oh, maybe that means something. So,
Yeah,
that's
right?
another movie.
I mean, the word, yeah.
All right.
We're on the bridge.
Yeah, we'll say you guys are on the bridge. Yeah, we'll say everyone is there. So everyone's
That's the command center, right? That's the command center.
She's like, Johns and I have reached.
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna meander to the EVA suits that's right by the bridge and see if I can find some more air over there.
There is one suit. There's actually two. There were two suits in there, but Reed took one of the suits. So there's one. There's one tank of air in there.
Okay, can I take that?
Sure.
All right.
So you're just gonna leave your empty canister, or hook up your empty canister up to the other EVA suit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So your air goes back up to 5.
All right, and then I'm gonna wander to the bridge.
Yep.
She's like, Johns and I have come to an agreement. We will be working together to solve this problem. Johns and I are in charge. Our 3 major problems is we have to fix a bunch of things right now. I already have a man in the ducts working on the air vents. We need somebody to go outside and fix what was it called? I forgot.
The comms need to be fixed, Captain.
The comms need to be fixed.
And then the reactor's probably gonna need a spacewalk to get that restarted as well.
And the inside room also needs some minor maintenance, from what I understand.
I don't know if it's minor, just said it needed to be cleaned up.
Well,
Mother was very non-specific.
Mother's always very non-specific, it seems like. All right, so Reed, I understand that we'll deal with your mommy issues on another day, Reed, right?
What about the air scrubbers?
We need somebody
Has anybody heard from him?
I don't know what's happened to him, but that's not a good sign.
No.
So we can't get a signal through there.
Are you sure? Because, I can get
You're the one who told me we couldn't get a signal through there.
I'm saying I wasn't getting a signal through there. That's not the same.
All right, well, then why don't you go and check on him?
That sounds like a bad idea, Captain.
Well, we need to get the air scrubbers back online. We need to clean the filters.
Yeah, I'm the tech guy. I figured you'd want me out on the comm system.
I do want you on the comm system. Reed, what is your technical capabilities, please?
She's like, I'm okay, but I'm not a technician. I mean, I'm here for the muscle.
Able to go into the... Oh, that could always be very useful. Would you be able to go into the vents and check on our gentleman up there?
Who's coming with me? I'm not going up there by myself. And are we armed?
I'll go with you. I have a bolt gun.
She turns and looks at you, Wilson, and kind of looks at you up and down like, this guy? Can you handle a firearm?
I can do my best.
Captain, and she looks to Johns, and Johns is like, Miller.
Would it feel better if I gave you Wilson's weapon?
I don't know what this squirt's going to do when we're up there. I don't know if he can take care of himself.
What are you expecting to find?
He's lived this long. He's like an amoeba.
Has everybody told you what was on the ship?
We have already killed one of your alien face ripper offers. Yes, we are well aware.
Go, enlighten us, Reed.
Well, they're these big, nasty. I don't know what they are. They're organisms. They look like whales.
Whales.
Oh well, they're small, but they're a rounded head. It's kind of long.
Whales live in the water.
I understand that. I'm talking about the shape.
Thing that rips off faces.
How many are there?
I don't know. There was a bunch. There was a bunch before we all went into cryo.
Okay, I think it's time y'all came clean with us. Obviously, there's some information that has been neglected to be shared.
Well, this is Johns. He says, "What can I tell you guys?"
Everything that happened from the moment things started going wrong on the ship.
You could have started with saying there's active xenomorphs running around the ship.
What the hell's a xenomorph?
An alien.
Question, what the hell?
Well, I don't know that there are. We went into cryo in sort of a uncertain situation, and we haven't seen one yet. Aside what happened to Cooper, but now that one's out there somewhere.
All right, here's a question for you: the guy who's dead in your dining hall,
Jacobs, yeah.
Was he dead before you went into cryo?
I don't really remember. There was an order for everyone to go to cryo. I gave that order. I gave that order after the captain was killed.
How was the captain killed exactly?
He was killed planet side.
Ah, lovely. Okay.
By these same creatures?
Yes, I guess so. Yes, yeah.
You guess so.
Well, I didn't see the captain die, if that's what you're asking.
All right. So if there was a hostile force attacking people outside and a possible contagion, why the hell didn't anybody follow isolation protocols and keep them off the ship?
Well, when you're in an emergency situation like that, you're just looking to save your own skin as best you can.
Who let them back on board?
Well, we didn't know at the time what was happening. We knew that they had trouble down there, but we let a few of our crew members back in. We're not going to just abandon them.
And so in doing, you also let a hostile alien life form onto your ship, thereby putting everybody else at risk.
Well, they all could have died. I'm lucky to have these 5 or these 4 still with me.
We've already lost one. So.
Okay, we are going to eventually suffocate if we don't get those air scrubbers, the filters changed.
Yes.
How hard is it to change these filters, and where are the filters?
Well, it may take a few hours of work. There, it's in the air scrubber shaft. Someone has to climb in through the air ducts and get into the filters and either change them out or clean them.
Okay, well, I don't think I have the expertise to do a spacewalk and fix what's outside, so it only makes sense that I help with the air scrubbers. So, who will go with me to clean these air filters?
Well, Reed, I guess you're gonna have to go. And she kind of like rolls her eyes and she's like, "All right, I'll go with Skinny over here."
Johns, you and I are going to go to the reactor room and see if we can fix that mess, while Rye starts working on the communication system.
Well, I don't have any skill with the rate. Well, okay. I'll go with you to the reactor.
We're going to see what needs to be done.
Okay, all right.
And then Flynn, where did he go?
I'm here.
Was that?
Flynn, you are going to do whatever Rye needs you to do.
He looks at Rye. Where are we headed?
Outside.
That I don't have any. I don't have any skill in that. I'll be of no use to you out there.
All right.
What's
Does
in your
John?
Let me ask you a question. What's down in your vehicle bay? Do you know what kind of vehicles you got down there?
Well, we had I think we had an RTV and 2 ATVs.
Also, land-based things. Nothing helpful for EVA.
No.
Johns, do you have any skill with anything that could be helpful outside?
Let me look up his character sheet. I don't think so. They all kind of have like soft skills. The only one with any heavy machinery is Reed.
Looks like I'm going out by myself then, doesn't it?
Flynn, you're going to be his contact on the inside. That way you can help him if something happens.
Very well.
Well, right. At least you could be comforted that there's no xenomorphs on the outside that could obstruct you.
If they survive the hard vacuum of the ship being closed up, I'm not sure
We've got bigger problems if they survive
with
that.
your assessment, Wilson.
Have you heard from
Good
Chan?
sense of humor.
Chan?
Johns does have one skill in heavy machinery, so he could help if you want to go with Johns.
Fantastic.
Yes, we'll have Johns go with Rye. I will take Dr. Boy with me.
Wilson, how do you feel about this flamer? That I got this extra weapon if you want to take it with you.
We'll have this bolt gun. You want me to use what now?
I don't know. I have the flamethrower that
Sure.
That
I thought I had the flamethrower.
No, Davis had it, and I took it.
I thought I took it when he lost his arm. Either way, who cares?
Okay,
sure.
fine. You have the flamethrower. It's
Yeah,
all.
I
I just have it on my character sheet.
Read it.
I forgot to put what guns I had on my character sheet, so I have no idea anymore.
Oh,
Reed,
well, you
Reed,
can have this. I still have the pistol, so
Reed, what are you?
Oh, I have a harpoon
taking?
gun.
there you go.
I've got a shotgun, and I can help you up there with cleaning the scrubbers if that's what we need to do.
Okay. Do you think a flamethrower would be appropriate? Or we've never met these things.
What, sure.
Oh, very well. So I'll strap the flamethrower on my back and I'll carry the bolt gun. I don't know how heavy that is, but
I think they're both just. I think they're just like one item each. I don't think they're
Okay.
extra
Look
heavy.
that big.
Yeah.
all right. So Wilson will take those.
Flynn and I are going to head down to the reactor. Muhaha. The person that Wilson couldn't fully intimidate is now in my grasp.
All right. So Captain Miller is going with Flynn to the reactor control room. Rye is going with Johns to do a spacewalk.
Where though, because is there an auxiliary port? Because I don't see anything on the maps, and we can't really get out of where the airlock that we were on.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I'm thinking about depressurizing the vehicle bay.
Yeah,
There's got to be another way off.
Yeah, I think the vehicle bay would probably be the way to go. That's going to be the only opening.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Captain, I got some bad news here. Looking at this schematic of the ship.
Yes.
The only way I can see for me to get outside is either to cut a hole in the ship, which is going to be a problem, or to depressurize the vehicle bay, which is it's going to lose quite a bit of our air doing that.
Yeah, the only other one I see is on deck C in the cargo deck. There's an airlock symbol there.
Deck C on the cargo deck.
Yeah, behind junction C1. The little.
Oh yeah, up in
there's
up
one
in the
right
nose
there.
of the ship. All right.
Yeah, I'm like, I know I saw another one.
Okay, we'll head down those. We'll head down the stairs for junction 1, and get down to C1 and go out that way. It's probably not the
I'm not
closest.
crazy.
Not the closest place to the ship, but we'll start there.
It's better than cutting a hole in it.
That is true, Captain.
Let's stick with Rye real quick. So you guys head down to junction C1.
Yeah, and who's with me again?
Johns.
Johns.
You and Johns.
Hey, Johns.
Yeah.
Is there I'm gonna need some tools if I'm gonna go outside and fix this. What's down here in the storage in the cargo base?
Oh yeah. We have plenty of tools down there. Are you gonna need a torch?
I don't think I'm gonna be cutting things. It's a comm system.
Oh.
I'm probably gonna need electronics equipment.
Oh. Yeah. I think we have what you need there.
All right. Can you show me the area?
Yeah. So are you going to deck C or deck B or deck D?
Deck C. Well, because deck C has those 2 little cargo bays, and then it has those little storage areas right by C1. So I'm assuming there's something there.
Yeah, so cargo bays. It says the cargo moths are pitch black inside. There's a winch in each room that pulls the chains tight and secures the cargo safely. So John says to you, he's like, he points at one of them and one of the bays, and he says, that's where the food stores are. And then he points to bay 2. And he says, we have some like RV tires in there. You might be able to find the tools that you're looking for in there.
RV tires. Okay. That doesn't sound like the kind of equipment I'm looking for, but all right.
Here, where is it? The storage. Oh, the storage units. So the storage units just above those cargo bays?
Just forward of those.
You find
it looks like there's 6 of them.
You find 2 bolt guns, a cutting torch, and a maintenance jack.
All right. I'll take the bolt guns and the torch.
Okay. Let's say that you find the tools that you need to repair. Like we'll say that you come across them and it's okay. Like I don't want to spend too much time.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also, looking for things as I go around here. All right, so I'm gonna head to the airlock and use the schematics to kind of work myself around to do the comm system on the outside.
So junction C1 is inoperable. So it says junction 1 begins at the main airlock and terminates here. So this is junction A1 that goes all the way down to the third deck. And then it says the external airlock door is broken, but the internal doors work fine.
Of course.
The Cronus has an external elevator attached to this airlock, similar to the one on the Nostromo, which is from the original Alien movie. It lowers the crew to the surface of a planet if they choose not to use the vehicle bay. Currently, it's out of order. So there's no exit from there either. So you're going to have to use the vehicle bay to
Nikes. So I have to go down to the stairwell just south of that, right? Or just after that?
Yes.
To go down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So, Rye, you've got everything. Are you doing any more searching around?
Well, I'm gonna head towards the back of the ship.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do it on deck 3.
Okay.
Because there's like that. It looks like it looks down into the cargo bay.
Yeah, the
kind of
catwalks.
see if there's something that catwalks. Yeah. So, as I'm going, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. What are you looking for from there?
Basically, I'm looking to see like if where the control room is, if there's somewhere that has the doors that I can open or close, or anything else that might be useful, like if there's any sort of like shuttles, or I think I'm gonna pull out my motion detector and kind of just see what's going on, if there's any other things going on down there too.
On deck D?
On deck, yeah, kind of in that scanning below me before I head back down.
Okay, so roll me your power on the motion detector.
What does that mean?
It starts with 5, so you're just gonna roll 5 stress dice again, unless you've already lost the power. Every time you use it, you have to roll it.
I've used it once,
and I don't think you had any failures when you used it before.
I did not. So
yeah, so just roll 5 again.
So
5 stress dice.
Do I click stress dice and then do 5? Is that what I do?
Yeah, that'd probably be the easiest way to do it.
I've lost one of my windows. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
There we go. Okay. How many stress dice? 5 stress dice.
5. Okay, so lose 1 power on that, so you should have 4 on your motion detector now. There's no movement on deck D. It looks pretty clear down here.
Okay. And I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay.
Towards the back and go to junction C2, and then head down from there. Which is funny because that's also right where the reactor control relay room is that they need to clear out. But
that's true. Yep. Okay. So you go down to deck D. We'll say that you find the. We'll say it's in the dispatch office where you can lower the vehicle bay.
Okay.
So first it all decompresses. Like the gas starts flowing out, I guess.
Okay.
And then you're able to open up the vehicle bay and you guys can exit. Johns was able to pick up an EVA suit as well.
So we're gonna head out and look for this.
Okay, so you find the comm array. You guys are doing the slow spacewalk over there. I think it's a comm tech roll. Yes, it is a comm tech roll.
Awesome.
Oh, and you get a +1 for John's being there with you.
Oh, thanks, John.
Nice.
I'll take my +1. Oh, just 1. I don't have to put +1.
Oh, roll
all
panic.
Right. So 1 stress panic thing?
Yep, roll panic. So just a D6 +3.
That did not work. Sorry. I got an 8 again.
All right, so you're getting the jitters again. Once again, as you're kind of going out here, just kind of getting nervous. Let's go to, while you're doing that work, that Comtech work, let's go to Wilson. So Wilson, where are you headed and with who?
We're headed to the air scrubbers with, and I have Reed with me.
Reed, that's right. Okay. So you guys find access into the air ducts on deck A. You guys climb into the air ducts, and you have to kind of like what's that called? Soldier crawl?
Shimmy.
When you're on, yeah, kind of shimmy through the air ducts. Yes, exactly. Wilson, do you have any heavy machinery?
Oh God, no! I doubt it.
Okay.
I mean, it could be worse. Our opening soundtrack could be "Your mother was a hamster and your father smells of elderberries."
okay with that.
I have a zero in heavy machinery.
Okay, so as you're kind of shimming through the air ducts or the ventilation ducts, you hear like some churning. So it's loud up here, and you crawl through, and then as you come to an opening in the duct, and you can see these kind of like, I was gonna have Thomas sort of narrate this because I know that he's a real like technical person, but basically you see these long shafts that are the filters, and you can kind of crawl in between them, or you're looking at the filters right now. So you tell me what you want to do.
Okay, so looking at the filters, can I tell they're dirty? Something's clogging them?
Yeah, so as you kind of look at the panels, you notice that there is, well, actually, before we do that, as you're kind of crawling through the ducts and you get up to the filters, you look farther down the shaft and you see like something in the dark, like a clump of something in the dark.
Okay, so I imagine I have a flashlight. Reed probably does too, so I'll just try to shine the flashlight over toward it.
Okay, and when you shine the flashlight, you see that blood is spattered all over the walls of the duct, and you see a torn up compression suit left over, and it's like remnants of it.
Is it a compression suit that I recognize, like from the Montero, or just? Yeah,
you would put it together that this is Cham's suit.
Oh God. So with that, I'd be kind of freaked out looking around.
Take +1 stress, by the way.
Okay.
And Reedy's like, what is that?
That's Cham. We sent him up here to clean the filters.
By himself?
Oh, we didn't know there was an issue. This is before we met you.
All right, well, let's get to work on these filters, huh?
Yes. Let's keep a close eye. There must be one of your whales out about. I should say we should work carefully. Take turns looking out as we work. Just keep your eyes open, Reed.
Okay. You're gonna have to keep an eye out.
Me? Okay.
Well, can you do the heavy machinery work?
No, go for it. I just kind of shoulder the bolt gun. Occasionally, he just puts the bolt gun away and takes out the flamethrower. He doesn't know which one to use. He eventually settles on the bolt gun.
All right. Well, we got to get past these filters first, and we got to get into the air scrubber shaft. So follow me.
Okay.
As you said, you want to take a closer look at the filters. So as you get closer to the filters, you notice that there's like these little black nodes that it looks like they've grown on these filters. It's covered with dust, mold, grime, on the filters themselves.
Black nodes, like a growth, like a mold, or
possibly a mold.
Okay.
I mean, you do see like little nodes, like sticking up.
Like that are part of the ship, or
no? They're growing on this.
They're growing on it. Okay.
On this filter.
Okay. Reed, what do you make of that?
She's like, what? And when you show her, she's like, oh, don't touch those, don't disturb those. And she's like, shit, we've got to clean those off.
Good thing they're both in suits.
How do you suggest doing that?
I don't know. We could scrub them off, but then with the air scrubbers are currently on, so it's like loud in here. You know, they're not properly working. But she's like, if we release those, if we scrub them off, that's going to get circulated throughout the ship.
What is it?
Well, that's the stuff we found on 26 Cronus.
So what does it do?
I don't know. It infects you. I wouldn't mess with them, but we're gonna have to get rid of them somehow.
Can we burn them off?
Maybe.
What would happen if we don't have filters and we just had unfiltered air running through?
That's basically what you would have right now. Is just these aren't functioning properly, so it's the air's not being filtered.
What if it was So the air not being filtered is what's suffocating us?
Yeah, it's carbonate. It's carbonate. They're scrubbing. They're carbon
Gotcha.
dioxide
Trying
scrubbers.
to, yeah. So.
Sorry, it's not filters. They're more like scrubbers. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So she's like, here, come with me, and she takes you through the filters to this long cylindrical shaft. And I'll just kind of read this to you so you kind of have an understanding of what's going on here.
Okay.
It says the shaft is dark, and there's kind of like an access ladder down the shaft itself, and it extends down to level C. And it says the shaft is dark, and when you guys get to the bottom of the shaft, the water has been frozen. So there's like a pool of water at the bottom of this scrubber shaft. It says the air scrubbers work via electrolysis. So that electrical current is channeled through submerged rods and then applied to the water, causing the separation of hydrogen and oxygen. That also means that there could be a real risk of electrocution down here once the power is up and running, because it's being electrified water. So she's like, be careful. And then it says the carbon filters in the air scrubbers are caked with decades of grime and mold. And just restoring power won't be enough to return them to working order. The carbon filters need to either be replaced or cleaned in order for the air circulating on the ship to return to proper oxygen levels.
Reed, how do you suggest cleaning these? And is there a way to replace them? Do you have replacement filters on this ship?
God, I don't know. I'm not a maintenance person. Maybe we can ask Johns.
So I'll radio to Captain Miller. Captain Miller,
Yes.
can you ask Johns if there is any replacement filters on this ship? These are almost beyond cleaning.
All right. Johns, are there replacement filters for the air scrubber? Apparently.
Yeah, Johns is out with
Those
Rye.
are-
Johns is out with Rye.
Oh, that's right. Johns is out with Rye, not
But yeah,
me.
that's okay. You guys still have the comms. And he comes over. He's like, yeah. There's some down here in Deck C. I think.
Where exactly?
Maybe in one of the storage containers. I don't know, but we probably have something like that.
So how big are the filters? Just,
I mean, they're big panels, I would guess.
okay. Like heavy panels?
Yeah, you'd probably have to lug them up. Yeah, so it'd probably be easier to
Clean them?
to clean them than to replace them. Yeah.
Okay. That's all. Okay.
You have a
Thank you, John.
blowtorch or a
Yeah.
flamethrower.
Can that clean a filter?
It would probably burn the mold off.
Would it burn the filter? I don't know. Rye, can you ask Johns if a flame can clean a filter?
I don't know.
Johns is on comm. You can talk to him.
Oh, he's on comm.
Yeah, they don't go into great detail about the filters, but I would assume that the filters are.
I would imagine
Metallic?
they're metal simply because of the electricity.
Yeah.
I think so too. So yeah, you could probably safely burn them.
Okay. Thank you. And then you hear a like an ignition mark. It's like, Reed, I'm not.
Don't burn Reed.
This is my first time operating one of these. I guess stand back.
Okay, so we'll say you guys have come back up to where the filters are. She scoots down the ventilation shaft as you kind of get ready to blow the torch on these things.
I'll just start flamethrowing wherever I think it's safe to do so.
Cool. All right. Let's cut to Captain Miller. So, Captain Miller, you are headed to the reactor
The
control room.
reactor room, yeah.
It says the only lighting here comes from an open access port on the reactor relay. It glows a dull, pale blue, casting long and deep shadows. Something tore up the furniture and loose equipment to build a bizarre nest here. In the pile of debris, near the reactor lies a crumpled up spacesuit. Its filthy helmet is mostly fogged, and the tattered suit looks like it was set on fire at one point. So you see a figure down there, crumpled against the reactor. Looks like it's been burned out.
So one of our objectives is the alien nest. Wow.
Shit.
Get in there.
Shit. My self-preservation is saying, fuck this. Flynn, what is that?
I don't know. It looks like one of our crew. Or was one of our crew.
What's behind it?
Well, that's the reactor.
No, I mean that nest.
Oh, I don't know what the hell that is.
Somebody obviously tried to burn it with fire. Quite frankly, I'm currently feeling the same emotion. Are there any weapon stores in this area?
Do you have a weapon on you?
I have a harpoon gun.
You have a harpoon gun. And then did you give anything to Flynn?
No, I didn't before we left.
Okay. I mean, there's not going to be an armory down here. That's on deck A, and they've already cleared out the armory. So.
Yeah, there wasn't much there. She's gonna be like, okay, we need to clear this
laser rifle thing that had one shot in it.
Pulse rifle?
Never mind. I also had that. I forgot about that.
Okay, so are you going to give something to Flynn?
I will give him the pulse rifle.
Okay.
It only has one shot anyway.
Well, no, it has one reload.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
One reload, either way.
Our first session, down pulse rifle.
You're gonna be like,
reload.
take this.
Well, should we start cleaning up? As you kind of look at the walls and kind of take note around you, there's some kind of like yellow white resin that's covering most of the reaction chamber. Yes.
All right. Can we attempt to knock a piece of that loose with like the butt of a weapon?
Sure.
We shall attempt to do that and see what happens.
Okay.
Flynn, I hope you realize that if it comes down between my skin and his, I will run.
Okay, so you walk up to a piece of the resin and try and like crack a piece off?
Yeah, because obviously it has to be removed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attempt to do that because a harpoon isn't going to do that for me. But blunt force trauma might.
Okay. So as you slam your firearm against it, the resin seems to kind of like crack, like you can see the impact. And then as you land that blow on the resin, in the corner of your eye, you see that crumpled up body sort of like snap up, and it like starts unpeeling its arms.
This shit. I'm out of the room.
Go ahead. Well, not yet. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Rolling initiative.
I refuse to die.
Give me 2d6. 2d6.
Initiative. Where did it go? Is there a button for it?
Yes.
Okay. Initiative dice.
Roll another 2d6 just so we can see.
Yeah, sorry, it's being a little weird. Where did it go? There it goes.
That was 2d6.
Yeah, well, they both rolled the same number. So usually this is handled with cards. But okay, so you got a 12. You rolled an 11. Okay, so you get to go first. You'll be 8. Oh no, you'll be 6. So Miller is 6. Flynn will be 7.
Run for my life.
All right, so this thing snaps to life, and it moves with like great alacrity. This thing gets up and like quickly snaps up to attention. I'm gonna do odd or even here. Odd, it's gonna attack you. Even, it will go after Flynn. So even, you looked out there.
Thank God.
Yeah, screw Flynn.
Screw Flynn. He wanted to inject me with alien goo anyway.
Okay.
A lot of dice. You rolled 8
well,
d6.
Yeah, I mean,
God, I just don't want to die.
Any skills there. Okay, so this thing again like snaps up, immediately jumps on Flynn, like a big monkey, just like whoo, and then he knocks him to the ground, and Flynn drops. What did you give him?
The pulse cannon.
He drops the pulse rifle. It skitters across the floor. And then you immediately see this thing just going boom, 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 just like smashing on him.
Okay, question: is the pulse rifle closer to the door? Like, did it skitter towards the mast or away from the mast towards the door?
Even's good, so it skitters toward you. We'll say.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on one second. So he starts take +1 stress, Miller.
Okay, where is my stress?
Oh man.
Were we supposed to remove a stress at the start of this?
No, that was for Davis.
That could have been you, Captain Miller.
Jesus.
And then he just continues to pummel his face.
I would like to use my story point to be able to grab that gun and get the hell out of Dodge.
All right, cool. So yeah,
I want to live.
Burn your story point. You grab the pulse rifle and you abandon poor Flynn to his fate.
I am like yelling into the comms that there is a giant monster in the reactor room and it just killed Flynn.
I keep updating the Cronus crew. Like I have a sheet from last time, and I already did it to Cooper. That was the guy that died last time, and now I'm doing it to Flynn. Dead now.
No, yeah, I'm just screaming into the comms that Flynn is dead and there's a monster in the reactor room.
All right, so we'll cut over to Rye here. So Rye, you complete the job. It takes you about we're probably not doing this in appropriate time, but it takes you about 40 minutes to clean. And then as you start, like you're like, all right, Johns, let's start heading back. You see a figure on the outside of the hole, like crawling towards you, and it's in 0G obviously, so it's sort of like using the hole to like crawl its way towards you. But this is it's a big spacesuit, and the face mask is kind of cracked, and you can see inside, and it just looks like an enlarged human head, but he has like dark eyes and looks enraged, and he's making a beeline right for you guys.
This is an angry gray alien.
Awesome. We're still on the hole, right?
You're still on the outside of the hole.
I am going to grab the suit. I'm with Johns, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grab the front of his suit and just push him towards the guy coming towards us.
Oh man! All right,
you're so brutal.
Let's.
I thought I was.
And then I'm gonna pull. My service revolver should fire in space, right? Because it's a cartridge.
Is it like a bullet or is it like
this thing is outside?
It's outside. It's on the
yeah,
hole.
because
It's in a suit. He said it's in a suit with the correct.
If it's like a bullet, I don't think a bullet would work with no air resistance. Because there's nothing for the rifling to move against.
No, it's the combustion. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's the combustion. It has its own
and there's no
oxidizer
air, so it's not going to work.
It has its own oxidizer.
Well, let's say you can use it.
I'm gonna Google this.
There's nothing in the book that says that you can't use them outside. So I'm just gonna say just to make the call that you can.
Okay.
But let's actually call it there. So we'll call it with you shoving Johns toward this creeping thing towards you, and you're
and I'm gonna say
pistol.
It's not personal, Johns. As I push him towards the towards.
Okay, I did Google it. Guns will fire in space.
Yeah, they have their own oxidizer.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. That's episode 3 of Chariot of the Gods. We'll catch you next time for episode 4. See ya.
Hopefully we don't die.
See ya.